All right, so back to the story. I was trying to get a hold of Katie's family. I was texting them, trying to let them know, because I knew that what was going on was Katie probably told her mom and her dad and everybody that I'm insane, that I have a mental illness, I have schizophrenia. My mom was probably talking to them too, like, yeah, he has schizophrenia, he has a mental illness, which isn't true. And so don't even talk to him, just he's crazy. And I'm trying to get a hold of them because I want to just let them know I'm not the bad guy. Like I said, if my family would have just talked to me, if they would have talked to Katie, if they wouldn't have been holding this grudge. And I just talked to my mom right now on the phone because I had to get a new car. So my mom, like I said, most of the time my mom has me blocked, but I talked to her and I said, Mom, we haven't talked in, I haven't seen you since high school. How come, you won't just see me? You're still stuck in high school because it was a bad experience in high school with the shoot away machine and everything. You're still stuck in that and you won't see me because you're still holding a grudge from that. And she was like, well, we're never going to see you. It's not going to happen. I told her, I was like, Mom, I discovered a big theory. If anything, you should be supporting me, happy, celebrating that, celebratory about it. But instead, and she's like, Mom was like, no, that's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. We're never, but she's like, it's never going to happen. And she has that condescending tone, like, yeah, you're such a loser, And then so I'm like, okay, well, and I said, well, listen, why won't you see me? She's like, why we won't see you. And I'm like, it's because you think that I'm going to be violent? Because you think I'm dangerous or something? She's like, as I said, because you think I'm going to break stuff? Because when I tried to visit her in Texas recently, I drove all the way to Texas to try to see my mom and dad. And my mom said, the first thing she said to me when I saw her was, don't break anything. Because she still remembers, she's still stuck in high school when I broke some stuff because of the shoot away machine and the problems that were going on at that time. And I wanted my dad to help. My dad always helped me. It was a tragic situation, but that was high school, So she's like, don't break anything, because she's so emotionally freaking crazy. She's still stuck in that. So I'm like, and I was like, Mom, you still think I'm going to break stuff, huh? My mom was like, and my mom was like, well, you broke stuff recently. And I was like, when? And she was like, I said, you still think I'm going to break stuff? She was like, yeah, well, you broke stuff recently. And I was like, when? And she's trying to think, like, she really believes, like, her mind is so crazy. She really believes that I broke stuff recently. I'm like, when? When did I break stuff? And she's thinking. She was like, remember when you chased me and your dad out of your dorm? And I was like, yeah, that was my sophomore year of college. The one time you visited me, the one time in all of college, and I showed you the quadrant model, and you said, oh, you have schizophrenia, and that's probably the reason why your shot got messed up, because you have schizophrenia, and you started to get mentally ill, and that's why your shot got messed up. And then so I yelled at her. I said, get out of my place. I don't have schizophrenia. I yelled at them, and I was like, Mom, how long ago was that? That was 14 years ago. That was 2010. Right now it's 2024. And I was like, see, you're still stuck 14 years in the past. You can't get over 14 years in the past. I haven't seen you for 14 years. I saw her maybe like one time. I haven't seen her in 14 years. That's the only time when we spent any time together. The only other time was when my mom and dad chased me out of my grandma's house in 2015 or whatever. So I'm like, you're still stuck 14 years in the past. And my mom was like, well, it's not going to happen. We're not going to talk to you. We're never going to see you. Find new acquaintances. Bye. So anyways, but my point is, if my mom and dad would just see me, first off, they could have helped me. I did discover the quadrant model, the big theory. It should have been something to support. It should have been something to be happy about, And I could have done big with the basketball if they would have supported me, helped me get basketball videos, because they didn't believe me. If I studied the videos, I could fix my shot and also study the swag flow, But so my point is, if my mom and dad would just have been a little bit there for me, all this crazy stuff wouldn't have happened. But anyways, this is in 2022 probably about, and I'm trying to get Katie's family to talk to me, because I'm trying to tell them, hey, listen, I know that probably Katie and my family told you that I have schizophrenia and I'm crazy and stuff, and that I'm a bad guy and stuff, but I'm not. I just want what's best for the baby. Katie needs to be on bed rest. That's what the doctor said. Can you guys help us out, or help me to get back in some sort of good graces with Katie a little bit, so I can help to take care of her a little bit, so that I can make sure that the baby survives. That's all I wanted to fucking tell them, but they wouldn't respond to my texts. They wouldn't respond, and I'm calling them, I'm texting them, and they're not responding to anything. So, because in my mind, I know why they're not doing it, because someone told them, Katie probably told them, he's crazy, he's mentally ill, he has mental problems, just, and they're probably saying at this point, they're like, yeah, get rid of this fucking baby. You don't want a baby with a guy who's mentally ill. No, that's not the fucking case, you fucking assholes, But so, and so at this point, I'm really concerned, and I'm like, I think she's probably gonna get an abortion because she said that she needs to have someone take care of her, or else she's not gonna be able to take care of the baby because she has a cerclage, her vagina's sewn together because she had a short cervix, maybe because of all the abortions she had before, and she's not gonna be able to take care of the baby. So, and she said that she needed me because no one else was gonna help her. My family wasn't gonna help her. Her family wasn't gonna help her. So I'm desperate at this point, and I'm trying to get a hold of her. I'm like, Katie, like, please, I will help take care of you. Just give me a chance. I will be good to Mila if the best case scenario is someone else takes care of Mila for a little bit, but I will be good to Mila. I just ask that you stay on bed rest and do what the doctor said. You already took off work. You already stopped work. You told your boss that the doctor said you need to be on bed rest. Just, so I'm trying to text her, but she's not responding. So then I get a hold of my mom. I'm like, Mom, tell me what's going on. And like, can you please help? And Mom's like, I don't want to be involved. You're so fucking mentally ill. I can't believe you have a baby when you're fucking mentally ill. You can't have a baby. You can't have a girlfriend when you're mentally ill. And I'm like, fuck, Mom. Just fucking help the situation. And my mom says, I talked to Katie. She said that she's back at work and she's working and everything's fine. And so then I freak out. I start yelling at my mom, Mom, that's bad news because Katie said that she can't be back at work because she needs to be on bed rest. And my mom's like, no, she works at a desk, it's fine. And I was like, no, according to the doctor, if you sit down, that's bad for the baby. She needs to be laying down because she has a cerclage and the baby can go through her cervix. So then my mom's like, okay, my mom's like, I don't want to be involved. I don't even want to be involved. I can't, but get the fuck, just stay out of my fucking life. This is all you do. All you do is cause trauma, just cause problems in my fucking life. Ah! And she doesn't fucking realize if she would have just fucking talked to me from the beginning, been there for me in the beginning, all this crazy shit would not be going on. But she's continuing with this negative, terrible attitude toward me, and it's not helping. So I'm like, so then I'm keep on calling her, and then so she finally answers, and then she says, okay, I made it up. She's not at work. She's not working. I just made it up to try to make you feel better. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, well, why the fuck are you lying to me? Because I was freaking out that she's back at work. Because in my mind, I'm like, if she's back at work, she's going to definitely have an abortion because she's not supposed to be sitting down. She's supposed to be laying down. So I was like, well, why are you lying to me, Mom? And my mom was like, I just don't want anything to fucking do with you. I don't want anything to do with this. I can't believe how you treated Katie. She's pregnant. Dude, it's so fucking annoying, dude. So I'm trying to just tell her, like, Mom, just talk to Katie once a day and tell me how everything's going. I just want to know how the baby's doing. Just talk to Katie once a day and give me an update on how everything's going. Mom's like, I don't want to be involved with this. You just don't call Katie. But the thing was, I had an Obama phone, and she had disconnected my phone, and she disconnected my Wi-Fi. So now I was using the Obama phone. And she's like, just stop calling Katie. Stop with all this stuff. But I wanted to know what was going on with the baby. And in my mind, now later when I was writing my book, I was trying to take responsibility. So I was like, yeah, maybe my anxiety and maybe I tried to make things happen and that killed the baby. No, like my friend said, it was not a good situation. A normal person, a normal family would have been helping me out. A normal family would have been talking to Katie. Katie would have been talking to me. But my family fucking just threw me to the dirt like fucking usual. Like I said, my whole life, they were always for me. They always did everything for me. They were always like, so I don't want people to think like, oh, well, you must have always been a piece of shit. No, they were always doing everything for me. My mom and dad went above and beyond for me. But then after the shoot-away machine, my mom and dad didn't realize it was a shoot-away machine. I didn't either until college. My mom and dad started to hate me because they thought that my mom thought, oh, well, you couldn't handle the pressure and you just fucking fell apart and that's why your shot got messed up and that's what the problems is with you and your dad. No, that's not what the fuck happened. It was a shoot-away machine. I know that. And my grandpa's like, oh, the reason what happened was you wanted independence and you were playing as bigger, better players and you took out your frustration on your dad. My grandpa came in from Kauai. I didn't know shit. So everyone tried to blame me, blame the victim. I was abused and it was because of the shoot-away machine, But I don't, and the thing is, I'm not holding a grudge. This is another thing that people think. People think that they're like, well, why don't you just let go of the idea of the shoot-away machine, Ryan? Why don't you just move on? I'm the one who wants to fucking move on. I'm not holding a grudge. I just want them to know I'm not the bad guy. I don't have mental issues. They think that my grandpa's thing was like, well, if you would have just learned to, just accept everything is just fine. And no, not everything was just fine. The shoot away was fucking up my shot, and I didn't know. But if people would just have some forgiveness, okay, the shoot away machine was a problem. Now let's move on. Let's have an established normalcy. Let's establish some congeniality, some, let's have some harmony. Let's establish a harmonious relationship. Let's just try to act a little bit normal. So if they could just do that, that would make things so much better, and we just move on. But people think, ironically, my mom and dad, people will think like I'm the one who's like holding a grudge because I talk. No, I'm not the one holding the grudge. I want to establish normal relationship. But the other thing was my grandpa made up that rule, like no talking about the past when I was in high school. That was before I even knew about the shoot away machine, because he wanted me to never talk about how my dad beat me up because of the shoot away machine. But it's like, so I had that rule, like if you're in the flow, you never talk about the past. And so then when I finally figured out it was a shoot away machine, I wasn't allowed to tell my mom and dad. And I didn't tell my mom and dad until way after college, until a year after college when I was in Kauai. And my mom was like, your dad's never going to talk to you because of how you treated him in high school. And then that's when I wanted to tell my mom, listen, Mom, I know what happened in high school. It was because of the shoot away machine. Oh my God, you don't take responsibility for anything. You blame everybody but yourself. Oh my God. No, it was a shoot away machine. What the hell? And even my grandpa admits my mom he says she's very immature and expressing dualistic software. But I'll say, Mom, can I please talk to Dad? No, he's never going to talk to you. He doesn't want anything to do with you. But anyways, so I'm trying to, get in touch with somebody from Katie's family so I could tell them the situation. I'm not the bad guy. I know my family fucking probably told you guys that I'm mentally ill. I know Katie probably fucking told you that. But Katie's wrong. They're fucking wrong. This is a stupid situation. I wanted to, but again, my swag flow was off the time. I was nervous to talk to them and see them, but I wanted to just show them, listen, I'm a normal person. Let's try to help the baby to survive the situation. I'm going to help take care of the baby, or just somebody help take care of the baby, but just let me know what's going on at least have Katie or somebody tell me every once in a while what's happening with the baby, so I'm not in the fucking dark completely. So, I'm trying to get a hold of Katie. I'm trying to get a hold of her mom and dad. I'm trying to, call them, text them, and all that type of stuff, but no responses. And again, I can't actually see her because Katie had handed me the temporary restraining order, so I can't go to her place. I don't want to get arrested. So I'm just like, I'm freaking out at this point. So then I'm asking my mom, can you please talk to Katie? Can you please help my mom? And I was like, Mom, I think that Katie might get an abortion. And my mom was like, she's not going to get an abortion. She's 5 months pregnant. Oh my God, she's not going to get an abortion. You're such a fucking freak. You're such a freak. Oh my God. I'm like, listen, Mom, she's had 3 abortions before. I think she might be going to get abortion because she said that she needed me to take care of her, and I'm not taking care of her. And again, like I said, at one point, I got a call from Katie, and Milo said, Mommy, carry me up the stairs. I don't know if this was intentional or if it was just a freak accident. Maybe she butt called. I don't know. But Mila's like, Mommy, carry. And then Katie was like, okay. And she picked up Mila, took her up the stairs. And then like a little bit later, Mila's like, thanks, Mom. Blah, blah, blah. And then I hear her playing around. And then Katie hung up the phone. So in my mind, I'm like, dude, she's definitely going to get an abortion because she's carrying Mila up the stairs. She's not supposed to be doing that. She's supposed to be on bed rest. I'm like, I'm freaking out. So my mom's like, oh my God, you're such a this is your mental illness. She's 5 months pregnant. Nobody has abortions at 5 months. You're fucking crazy. You're a creep, Ryan. You're a fucking loser. And people will be like, oh, your mom, yeah, right, you're exaggerating. I'm actually less exaggerating. She talks worse than that. If I could talk, I don't have the type of mental capacity. I'm not that fucked up in the head to talk the way that she talks to me because I'm not like that, So I'm telling my mom, like, Mom, please just every once in a while call Katie and ask her how she's doing, and then let me know. Mom's like, I don't want to be involved. So I'm like, fuck, dude, this sucks. So I'm like, please, Mom, just help me. And my mom's like, Katie's gonna get an abortion. Katie's gonna get an abortion because she thinks she's cute. My mom, she's so fucking immature. She watched too much reality TV shows. She might be mentally fucking insane, dude. She's like, Katie's gonna get an abortion, na 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 na. I'm like, oh yeah, you think that's funny, huh, mom? She's like, ah na na na, Katie's gonna get. Mom's like, yeah, it is funny, you fucking loser, you fucking creep. She's not gonna get an abortion, you fucking loser. Bye. Hang up. She always does that. Hangs up on me in the fucking middle. Hey, mom, can I see you and dad sometime? Can we try to like reestablish normalization? No, hang up. It won't even fucking talk to me, So then I'm like, okay, shit. So I'm at this point. So then I go to the fucking Starbucks and I start to text what's going on, and I'm texting the people on Facebook like, can somebody help me? And I'm texting Katie. And I'm like, Katie, please talk to me. Tell me what's going on. And then I start to write a new based on true story book where I start telling people my situation. I start telling people, what happened with my family again, And I'm sending this stuff to Katie so she knows what's going on. And I'm also sending it to Katie's family so that they know that I'm a victim. I'm like, I don't have a mental illness. My family's being bad to me, and I don't want them to I wanted to be a part of the baby's life, and I wanted to, help the baby and stuff. And I didn't want them to think I was mentally ill and throw me to the side and stuff, first off. And also I was afraid they were going to have abortion. But even if she didn't have abortion, I was like, I don't want them to just throw me to the side. So I'm like, trying to text them. And then so I'm writing to them my based on true story book, telling them, kind of like my situation so that they would have some compassion, So I'll write about what I wrote in that book in a second.